Hi, my name is Kelechi Amadi, photographer, and I'm your e-personality for the week on E-Extra. I grew up in Omahia. My father was a high court judge. We lived near a library, and my primary school was called Library Avenue Primary School. So you go across my primary school and you get the state library in Omahia. It was beautiful. Just walk down the library, and my dad was there was one thing you would do that you would not get reprimanded. Once they say you're reading, you can do no wrong in my house, So going to the library was easy. And then I had friends, and we had good roads then, Simon Bakwe had built some wicked, beautiful roads in those days, and we would drive bicycle up and down the road, perfectly safe. No downfall, no crazy taxi driver trying to knock you down the road. Yes, it was fun until I went to Government College Umahia. No messing around, they can conk your head 4 or 5 times in a day. That was where I got my discipline, but I kept practicing my art. It was fun. And then I went into university to study law. And to my utmost surprise, I found out that there were real artists practicing and making a living as artists. That was in Enugu, University of Nigeria. I got to see people like Nsuka Kensian, Bona Ezudo, great artists that were practicing in Enugu then. They had galleries, they had museums, awesome stuff. That was when I realized I think I should be an artist. School was fun. University. That was when I realized what it meant to be popular, because everybody wants to shake you, everyone wants to say hello, and you have this permanent smile. So you wonder why I'm always smiling in pictures. I got a good practice in school. I made a decision I was going to be a full-time fine artist, even though I was studying law. I made that decision. I decided to finish with my school so I won't be a dropout, and immediately I got out of school, I went to settle in my aunt's balcony in Surulere with a pencil and cardboard paper and decided to practice my art. By then, it was only pencil and cardboard paper I could afford. Looked like a crazy decision. I looked like a mad guy, as far as everybody around me was. But I knew, I was absolutely like 200% sure I was going to succeed. But the funny thing, I was the only one that knew that. Every other person just could not understand why this law graduate decides to be drawing. But that I knew the power of the image, and nobody could stop me. But I was lucky. I had a benevolent aunt in Mrs. Obiezani who would accommodate, confused law students who said they want to be artists. So from her balcony, I had my first exhibition in her sitting room. Yeah. And when I had that exhibition, I called journalists. They had a preview. I had read about how to exhibit, and they published my exhibition in the papers. The only thing I gave them was chin chin, granite, and coke. And that was my first test of how it feels to be an artist, because that exhibition was a success. And what ended up happening? I became this camera freak. I started to buy cameras, like I had up to 6 cameras. It was crazy. In those days, you had, not now that you have just 2 categories, digital camera. Now, then you had medium format, you had view cameras, you had panoramic cameras. Now you have everything in one, And then if you wanted to shoot in black and white, you shot with black and white film. If you wanted to get color, you shot in color film. And color film, then you had trannies, which is positive film. It's not negative. So each of these, it was so much to do in those days. It was exciting. And I had fun. it was around 2000, the year 2000, that I became extremely serious with photography in terms of gradually moving to become a professional. I've done like 2 album covers for P Square. I've done 2 for Two Face. The Bunch, I've done 2 album covers for The Bunch. You know, there are plenty. You know, MI, just a lot of artists. You know, we've worked. I just did Tewa Savage over the week, over the past 2 weeks. So it's interesting, it's dynamic. You know, the music industry is just going completely gaga. So after work, I try to get back home, hang out with my children. You know, that's my second job, so I can be a dad. You know, and I'm not doing too much of the homework thing, but I try to help out. You know. But it's relaxing to hang out, you know, with your family. You're a dad, and you know, you try to listen to them. If you want to get through to me, you can check me out on Twitter at Kelechi Amadi, or you go to my website www.kelechiamadiobi.com. That's all. And anyway, you can get me also on Google Plus. Beautiful place. Yeah. My name is Kelechi Amadi, and I've been your E-Personality for the week on E Extra.